everyone. This is Fred on Spirit Reflections, and this is part of our 81 episode exploration of the book Tao of Leadership by John Heider, a modern adaptation of the ancient Chinese text Tao Te Ching, written by Lao Tzu over 500 years BC. We're going to read chapter 46 today, do a short comment and a meditation to help get your day off to a great start. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of these teachings? Let me know in the comments below, and if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to Spirit Reflections. It's free to do so, and it helps us a lot. Okay, so chapter 46 is entitled, Nothing to Win. The well-run group is not a battlefield of egos. Of course, there will be conflict, but these energies become creative forces. If the leader loses sight of how things happen, quarrels and fear devastate the group field. This is a matter of attitude. There is nothing to win or lose in group work. Making a point does not shed light on what is happening. Wanting to be right blinds people. The wise leader knows that it is far more important to be content with what is actually happening than to get upset over what might be happening, but isn't. And this is the illustration of a bird. At the end of every chapter in this book, John Heider selected a symbolic image of something related to nature, a movement of nature. And in this one, he chose birds sitting on a branch and one bird flying by itself. And it's the first image in this book of actual birds, which is very fitting for the lesson. And it describes this detachment. Christ, when he was comforting the disciples and the followers in their worry about material gains and money and how to survive, and this constant anxiety that we face with how we're going to pay our bills, how am I going to afford things, how we're going to survive, he very brilliantly says, look at the birds in the sky. They don't plant seeds, they don't cultivate the fields, and yet they never go hungry. The Father in heaven provides for them. So if the Father in heaven provides for those birds who don't sow, who don't cultivate the fields, imagine you. Aren't you much more important than the birds? So for us to get that gratitude, comfort, and peace that comes with realizing and understanding how things happen, this is the way the book, chapter after chapter, emphasizes the idea of being one with the universe as it unfolds in its process, which we are a part of. And how things happen when we feel that, understand that, and are at peace with that, we can ease into the present moment and be as productive, as useful to ourselves and the world. Related to this lesson, nothing to win, it's the battlefield of us out of fear, wanting to acquire, wanting to overcome, wanting to be right, wanting to get more territory, more power. So this constant desire for attention, in the book Celestine Prophecy, there is a great description of how people steal energy from each other, whether it's conscious or unconscious, based on the way we were raised and brought up by our parents. We develop ways to attract energy from other people, either by intimidating them or becoming too inquisitive, or by pretending that we are completely alone and naive and apathetic so that people can come to us and ask, well, what are you doing? How are you? Are you okay? So this notion of group work, that there isn't anything to be gained out of it, and we just then ease ourselves into the work on a daily basis, being of service, being receptive to each other, and feeling the contentment of the interaction itself without worrying about what's going to come out of it, what's the results, what are the expectations. Then it's easy for us then not to get upset, not to get disappointed, not to be so emotionally invested in the work. As a sage says in India, you are entitled to your labor, not the fruits of your labor, just the labor itself. So there is some reflections around chapter 46, and I'm going to invite us to do our meditation and put some music. I invite you to join me to go on an inward journey for a couple of minutes. Let us come to peace with our heart. Find a presence inside of us that knows how things happen, that is aware of what is happening, and we become one with this pulsating will that emanates from our heart and radiates outward to the entire universe. That unique imprint, that unique ID is our will, our contribution to the process, to the unfolding of creation. And whenever we rely on our breath, whenever we manage to bring ourselves to the present moment fully, we can develop a better quality of this unique imprint so that it can radiate outward with sacred authenticity, with that calm spontaneity, simplicity. So let us cultivate this garden and make a vow to ourselves that just for today, I am going to comfort, enlighten, bring peace and beauty to the world, to myself, to those I interact with, and see others in their light, in their brightness, in their beauty, in their divine presences. And continue the breath work to empty ourselves out from any emotionally invested desire to win, achieve, that is bringing us anxiety, resentment, fear. And let us instead trust our talents, trust our will, and trust the universe to guide us moment by moment as we allow ourselves to flow with the natural rhythms of life, the rhythms of nature, just like the birds that trust, that know their importance, and know that they'll never be abandoned, never be alone, and never go hungry. And so with that, open your eyes whenever you're ready. Let us embrace and tackle our world today with comforting, peaceful, enlightening, and beautiful intentions. I wish you a great rest of your day.